Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everybody to our Fire Training Center. I want to thank you all for making your way here through the weather. I'm really excited about this event and really excited to hear about the partnership that exists with Missouri Southern and the city of Joplin. One of the things that excites me the most about this partnership is how the university and how the city are partnering to improve a critical service that is provided through the community, and that's our fire service. I'm just tremendously excited to see where this program goes, and I do think at the end of the day it'll lead to improved service here in the city. And so it's just exciting. I'm excited to hear about the specifics from our chief and others about the instruction and the training that goes in our academy and how our fire service will be improved. So I want to introduce Dr. Dean Van Galen, president of Missouri Southern State University, to share some remarks about the Fire Academy. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Nick. It's great to see everyone here today as we celebrate a very exciting partnership between Missouri Southern State University and the city of Joplin, one that will be important to our community as well as the students who participate in the program. In a minute, you'll hear more about the Fire Academy partnership, as well as an extraordinary scholarship that supports these efforts. But for my part, I want to note that the Fire Academy is one of many partnerships between the city of Joplin and Missouri Southern. Last month, we had a ribbon cutting for the MSSU Trail, a project that was 9 years in the making. It's a great collaboration between the city of Joplin that extends our city's trail system to Missouri Southern. And in a second example, Project Launchpad is a vision for the adaptive reuse of the former downtown Joplin Library. These partnerships can have transformational impacts on our community, but they require hard work, a collaborative spirit, and a trust among partners. Today, I want to publicly thank Joplin City Manager Nick Edwards, Mayor Stanley, and all members of the City Council and the staff that does the hard work to make ideas like the Fire Academy a reality. There's an African proverb that states, "If you want to travel fast, travel alone. If you want to travel far, travel together." Working together, Joplin and Missouri Southern will indeed travel far. It's now my privilege to introduce Interim Fire Chief Mark Cannon. Chief Cannon has been with the Joplin Fire Department for 6 years. He joined the city as the Chief of Training after serving 20 years with the Fire Department in Kansas City, Missouri. Chief Cannon.
I'd like to kind of expand a little bit upon what Dr. Van Galen was talking about a second ago with if you want to travel far, travel with many. And this program was designed specifically for our regional area to be basically an educational start for firefighters that want to go to fire departments in our region. This program was designed to be taught by instructors from the region. So that's an extremely important quote, and thank you for sharing that. And that's exactly what has made this program such a success. So thank you for being here today. Welcome to our Public Safety Training Center. This is something that we're extremely proud of. This training center was built, we started with the fire training grounds back in 2014. We opened that facility in 2015 in November. This facility that we're in today, that began in 2017, and we opened the doors in May of 2019. And this program has been funded by the public safety sales tax. So this is an extremely valuable resource for our area fire departments, and for our new firefighters, and an extremely important resource for this partnership that we have with MSSU. So we want to thank the taxpayers of the city of Joplin for allowing us to have such an amazing resource here. Why did we want to build this program? Why did we need the Fire 1 and 2 program? Why did we need the partnership with MSSU? That's extremely simple. In order to become a firefighter today and to work for professional fire departments around our area, individuals need to basically gain certifications, 4 different certifications, including a certification in emergency medical technician, being able to provide emergency medical services to people. But the 4 certifications that they need to gain to have jobs with professional departments in our area include Fire 1 and 2 and Hazmat Awareness and Operations. There's over 320 hours, contact hours of teaching and actually performing skills in order to obtain those certificates. So it was really important that we built this partnership to where the education was being offered from an educational institution, and there was no better partnership than the one that we built with MSSU. And so we are extremely grateful for that again. The beginning of this program was just an idea. We contacted Mr. Ed Lee from the Health Services Department of MSSU. We started this crazy idea of starting a fire academy, and before we knew it, here June of this year, we had the first 12 students begin the program. Last week, we graduated those students. It was a pilot program. It was one of those programs that we weren't really sure how it was going to work with this new facility, new program, new partnership, but it went off without a hitch, and we couldn't be any more proud than that. So where we're at today, we've got the pilot program over with. Students have graduated. They're getting ready to move on to gain their certifications through certification exams and to move on to start their careers with area fire departments. And then we're looking forward to the next summer semester when we start another fire academy class. But none of this would have been possible had we not built the relationship that we had with the instructors and the staff at Missouri Southern State University. So for that, I'd like to thank all of you at Missouri Southern for allowing us to take that idea and make something of it. And I think we did an excellent job. I'm very, very proud of it. Ed, again, how many times have we met over the last year and a half, 2 years to really develop this program? So the time that you took with us, we really do appreciate that in making this program work. Chief Lino, Chief Dustin Lino, he'll be up here to speak later. He was our program coordinator. A lot of hours that he put into making this program work, looking at some of the, reassessing the program, making some changes to it on the fly, put in a ton of hours and did a great job. Of course, the City of Joplin for allowing us the ability to build this partnership. And City Manager Edwards, thank you so much for giving us that opportunity to do so. But the people that made this happen, the instructors, we want to thank all of our instructors. We had instructors from the Webb City Fire Department. We had instructors from Carthage Fire Department, Reddings Mill Fire Department, Carl Junction Fire Department. A lot of people from area fire departments came in to help teach these students the craft that they need in order to be ready for their first day on the fire truck. Without these instructors, their experience and their insight, none of this would have been possible, and they did an excellent job. So thank you to the instructors, but most of all our students. We had a student body that was filled with every possible age group that you can think of, from fresh out of high school to early 30s, looking to change their job careers. So they worked extremely hard to gain what they have today, and we're extremely proud of them. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Edward Lee, our program director.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out on this glorious day. You know what they say, firefighters love rain. Not much burns when it's raining. This has been a long task for us. Chief Cannon mentioned their ideas and bringing it to the college, but this was something that was in the background for a while. In 2015, the college ended their fire academy, and it was through continuing education. I came in 2017, and as part of my 10-year plan, fire was something that was on the books. It was supposed to come back, and this is a long process to make that possible. There was a lot of faith and a lot of trust given to us from the college and from the community to bring this back. And it's about honoring a tradition and honoring a legacy. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I come from a fire family, and I grew up with my stepfather as a career firefighter. My sister was a career firefighter, both retired. My stepbrother was a career firefighter before his untimely death. So this is a little bit more meaningful. It's a little bit more heart-struck to see this come about. And the future is pretty bright. We've had some success. We've shown that through a collaboration from the region and with our partnership with Joplin and the amazing training facility that they have here and the expertise from the area fire departments is what really makes this happen. I'm honored to be just a small part of this in the background, running here and there and trying to make some things happen, and that's good. I enjoy that. I run the EMS department as well, and through fire and EMS, there's a pretty good partnership there, and a lot of services are now requiring that. So we teach EMT, and we teach advanced EMT now, and paramedic, and these are skills that some firefighters are gaining as well as they're progressing their career. So we have that available, and we will just continue to grow and be stronger. The future is wide open for us. And we are looking at the potential of opening up at least 10 other certificates and possibly a bachelor's degree in fire science to continue this legacy in this region. I can't express enough just how important the students are that come out of these programs, that they're willing to take on this task of community and public service. The sacrifices that they'll make and their families will make every day as they go to work is something that draws on them and is taxing. And it's difficult. We don't always have good days, and those are tough. But we do have some good days. And this is a good day. We will remember some that have fallen, and that's close to our heart. But to see this program develop and what it can be only brings happiness. I'm going to invite Chief Lino up to talk about something that is extremely important and special to us, and it's about that legacy. The legacy of Steve Fierro and the endowed scholarship that his family brought together. This is an amazing opportunity to give back for a family that has given so much. Steve died in the line of duty, and no one can give a greater sacrifice than that. And for his family to continue his legacy and to continue to give to the students that we have coming here to Missouri Southern is something that no words can really tell. So I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your sacrifice and your willingness to do this. Thank you very much. Chief Lino.
Excuse me, it's a very bittersweet day for me. My name is Dustin Lino. I am the fire training chief here at Joplin Fire Department. I've had the opportunity to come back home here now since 2018. I was able to return to the Joplin area. I originally received my Fire 1 and 2 certification and my EMT and my paramedic through Missouri Southern, to which my dad was employed at the time. So Missouri Southern is very near and dear to my heart. And to be a part of this program to pilot, to build, and to train the next generation of firefighters is very humbling to me. In July 4th of 1999 was my first day on shift in Carthage, Missouri, and that's the first day I met Steve Fierro. Steve Fierro has a very infectious smile. I read somewhere that they talked about, I believe you had said that he would have been a great politician. And he would have. He had an infectious smile. He could light up a room. He could motivate you, and he could turn a room to positivity just by walking in it. He's an amazing individual. Steve had a servant's heart. He really did. He looked beyond the emergency at hand to look at the root cause. What could he do individually to help somebody if he was in their house? Was it to get the paper? Was it to finish cooking their dinner? I've seen it all. Steve not only worked for Carthage, he worked for area ambulance services. He also worked in wildland firefighting. He'd been to Oregon. I know he'd been to Florida. He inspired me. Actually, I went and got my wildland firefighter training on my US 130-190, and I decided that that was way too much work, and I let him have that. It's very difficult work, and my hat's off to him. He loved serving people. He's truly the embodiment of what service looks like to your community. It's got to be bigger than you. It's got to be bigger than one department. It's got to be a community-oriented project, and that's what we've built right here. And I believe that's one of the best ways that we can honor Steve's legacy, is by coming together. When I originally got my Fire 1 and 2, our area has grown dramatically since the late 90s. Graduating in Carl Junction, growing up in this area, it has exploded. And no longer are we able to sit by and say, well, we can handle this and we can do that. We have to work together. And I believe we've created and we've fostered environments that didn't exist previously. And the men that have come before us have helped us foster these environments to where we have the crews on from Webb City with us today. We have Deputy Chief Ryan Huntley from Carthage today. All these people came together at this amazing facility that we've been blessed with to reach beyond ourselves and to train the next generation of firefighters in what it means to have a servant's heart. How do we really connect to the public? How do we give back? How do we make a difference in not only somebody's emergency situation, but in their life, in their day-to-day activities, whether it's at the store, whether it's changing a tire, whether it's just smiling at a kid going down the highway. That's some of the best fun times that I've ever had in the back of a fire truck, was smiling and waving at kids going down the road, right? And that's what inspired me. You get to see those shiny trucks riding down the road. They're loud, they're big. I loved it. I love it to this day. I left Carthage in the fall of 2003 and pursued a career down in the Tulsa area with Broken Arrow Fire Department. Like I said, in 2018, I was able to come back home to the Joplin area. I'm very thankful for that. But I got a call in February 2004 that shook me to my core. It broke my heart still to this day. I had learned that my good friend had passed away. It's something I carry with me to this day. It's something that I take the opportunity to share his story with every class that I'm able to teach. With every new group that comes in, I share his story. I share his legacy. I share what it means to be a servant. And it's something that it affects me deeply to this day, and it affects a lot of people. And that says a lot to the individual. His ability to inspire was phenomenal and amazing. I can think of no better way than to honor Steve Fierro's legacy than to instruct the next generation of firefighters in what it means to have a servant's heart, and how to reach out beyond yourself and make something bigger than yourself, and to really change and touch your community. So it's my privilege and it's my honor to introduce the first of many Steve Fierro Memorial Scholarships to Mr. Colton Guerrero.
Man, I don't know what to say. I want to thank you guys for your sacrifice. I'm really glad for this opportunity. I wanted to do this back a few years ago, but I didn't know the steps to take to become a firefighter. And so as soon as I heard that Missouri Southern was getting their fire program back, I quit my job and I moved back here, and I started with the EMS program, and it just kind of took off from there. And I've loved it since. I love helping people. I want to say thank you to Webb City for giving me the opportunity to be with them. And then thank you to the instructors and Missouri Southern for giving us this opportunity. So thank you again, guys.
Thank Thank you very much. And I'd like to say that Colton is now a member of the Webb City Fire Department, and we're excited to see him grow in his career and excited for all the things that are coming. We truly had an amazing group come through this semester. Like Chief Cannon had said, there was a full gamut from just out of high school to full career changes that moved back just for the program. Out of all of the individuals that set for our state skills testing, we did have a 100% pass rate, which is phenomenal, and that speaks to our level of instructors. I see we have one today. Kyle Struckhoff's with us today. Mr. Cooper, Connor, yes sir, thank you very much for all you've done. Our instructors were phenomenal. Be able to reach out and instruct in such a way that these students just soaked it up. They were amazing, amazing group. So my hat's off to you, sir. And I'm going to pass it back to Chief Cannon, sir, if you're ready.
I don't have much more to say other than thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate the Fierro family for being here, and thank you for allowing us to create a scholarship in Steve's name. It's definitely going to be something that we cherish, and we make sure that the integrity of that scholarship is just like the integrity that Steve had. So you're welcome. So with that, does anybody else have anything else they want to say? No? Okay. I was pointing right at you. All right. So with that, feel free to wander around the Public Safety Training Center and get a look at what our facility has to offer. If it wasn't raining so bad, we'd put on a demonstration down at the training grounds, but I don't think anybody wants to take a shower right now. So with that, I believe we're at the end of our program. So thank you again for being here. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us, and we'll be happy to answer those for you. Thank you.